I was just talking to my friend who has purchased quite a few of the Tantric twins from me over over a decent amount of time. They had one of the red hematite, they had one of the angel aura, and they had another. All three of them broke in a pretty close amount of time, pretty recently they all broke. So they were like, I think I might get another one. And they felt like something outside of them was impacting their connection negatively, which when a crystal breaks, it's said that it has taken an energetic hit for you. Okay. So if there's negativity around you, and now this person also did a lot of energetic work with me, like they did the Muneki rites, they did a lot of activations. They did the Muneki rites more than once. Like they did them in person, they did them online, they did them years ago. They've listened to them on the replays that I send to people when they get them. And so they've done it quite a few times, but they did it very quickly close together, recently, right before these crystals started breaking. They actually got one of them right around the same time as getting all the rights and everything in this last round of boom boom. So these things are breaking and everything. We hadn't really been talking to each other, seeing each other, or anything. I didn't know any of this, but they told me just today actually, how they broke. I was like, well, how did they break? And they were like, I feel like there's an outside force, a negative thing around it or something that's trying to break the connection. And that because when your crystal breaks, it breaks because it's taking an energetic hit. So it is true that there is probably negative stuff around them. However, all three of them broke in different, two of them broke the head off, okay? The point came off on two of them. Then the third one broke into three. And they felt like a third party influence, and I do too. However, not in the sense of he's seeing some bitch that's trying to break us up. It was the third parties, the karmics of both of them. Always, everything, back to the parents, back to the ancestors, the karmic inheritance, all of that dark negative influence that they've been energetically protecting themselves from, that they've been doing all this work towards, that they've been clearing up within their mind. They've been doing a lot of things, not even just the rites. They've been doing their own stuff. They've been learning their own things. They've got their own modalities, things like that, right? So all of that helps us to break the trauma, to help us break the karma, to help us see things clearly, to help us, overcome our exes and things, because we learn bad things when we go through those experiences. We adapt in negative ways, and then all that negative interference fucks with us. So as she's clearing it internally and up here, off with the head type of shit, out of my mind, all of those old beliefs I'm getting rid of, all of that old energy I'm breaking away from. Feel like the crystals broke also energetically, symbolically of breaking that. I told her to bury them and put them all back together and bury them, because they will reform under the ground if they're left long enough. And that was another message I got for the twins, is if you leave it alone long enough, and you do the work, you do the healing, and you bury the old, you bury the old broken story, you bury the old broken versions of yourselves, you bury the old broken relationships of the people who did you wrong and did you dirty. Because when you bury all of that, you're going to put your connection back together in a divine, beautiful way. Twos all on my screen right now, and a 7, 27. So yeah, that's the message I had about that.